1051.
Power 105.1 is the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Two special guests.
Yeah, the newest rap duo in the game.
Concert-Pooch.
Concert-Pooch.
Oh, wait. Poocha-Quince.
Pooch quit the game so he could go to the rap game.
Consequence of Pooch.
No. We got this bread. Come on, fam. Don't do that.
No.
You know the conversation we had about this rap game money and shit.
Absolutely. No. Consequence did break down the rap game quite eloquently.
What he said,
let me hear.
He was trying to explain it. Charlotte was trying to explain it. Go ahead.
We were talking about why your favorite artists don't usually come out, and Consequence was a former artist on Good Music.
Well, even with releases and even with like quote unquote the beefs, they're based really behind economics. This is a music business. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference between a rap game and the music business. The music business has the mailman dropping off BMI checks to you, Koch checks to you, Sony, Warner Brothers. The rap game is kind of like what's going on like on the internet and the social networks, where you got people who are buzzing and but it has to transition into commerce to make sense for the big wigs to put the money behind it. Like when me and Charlamagne was talking, I was like, man, listen,
we was spoken specifically about Pusha and Wayne.
Yeah, we talking about Pusha and Wayne, and it's kind of like, because Pusha's on Good Music. I've been on Good Music, so I know Kanye's not sitting in the studio with you unless you got a threshold budget that allows him to do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to put his BI out there, but it's just real. Like, when you got guys like GLC and Really though, they didn't come out not because he don't like them, but because the economics didn't make sense for him to commit himself to that.
Oh, you trying to say, so if they had a budget and the budget was $200,000, Kanye's not gonna work that type of budget?
I mean, would Kanye get $200,000 a beat?
So you saying they need a budget?
Do the math, do the physics. Like,
so
I'm
unless there's $1 million budget,
put my body in here for, for 200 racks. And Kim just bought him a Lambo for
$750,000.
Yeah, so
it's actually $375 for that Aventura. But go ahead.
Well, maybe she got all the special options. I don't know.
It's more than 200. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is motivated by economics. I mean, like I said, like the Pusha beef, like with Wayne, is motivated by economics. He want to come out. He want to he want to get on schedule this year. You know. And you got to compete with Sean. You got to compete with the throne. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
But why not do what? I mean, it makes sense. Like, do what Kanye did when he was on Rockefeller, and they weren't really doing anything for him.
It's a different game.
Well, he produced for himself at that time.
Yeah, because he
and then he used his own money.
He throwing a ball to himself. You know what I'm saying? He what's that playing football? Lateral. He throwing laterals. Yeah. He throwing laterals. So he cooking up, boom, 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 boom. Let's say he doing Kid Cudi joint or whatever. Cudi could afford to, and it goes for Wayne too. It goes for everybody in the game. I'm not just singling out Kanye. You know what I'm saying? This is just the economics of the rap game. Like any big producer, Swiss throw himself a beat first. You know what I'm saying? Before he sit here and give it to maybe the homie, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, anybody that's affiliated with Rough Rider or D-Block, because it makes, or he might throw it to A$AP Rocky, who just got signed for big bread. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes sense. And that's why the art of it, for a lot of B-C tier rappers, it doesn't cross over because you got to compete against a Ciroc marketing budget. You got to compete against a Hennessy budget. You know what I'm saying? How is a record, an MP3, gonna compete with $100,000?
So basically saying Pusha T never coming out is what you're saying.
I mean, any rapper on a boutique, you know what I'm saying, which is like basically like an imprint when you got a stamp on it. He ain't the only rapper on a boutique, but I think it was a little audacious of him to say that Drake is in a 113. I think that was really audacious of him, considering that he's in the same situation. But with no Billboard. Only thing that's on Billboard, you know what I'm saying? I could talk Billboard. I just did a Beyonce record that party, holla.
That's my sign.
So, I mean, and me and Kanye did that together. And we done other records that charted. So, I say this, I speak with intelligence when I say, like, yo, unless it gets to that threshold point, Def Jam gonna put him in front of Fab. Remember, he still signed the distributor got to put you out.
Gotcha.
So, if you coming out before Fab, or you coming out before Big Sean, who just did 2 million downloads with ass.
But you know what? I remember Big Sean.
And that's a Barry Weiss call at the end of the day.
I remember Big Sean being really frustrated, though, when he first was signed and he wasn't.
Yeah, Big Sean, like.
And he had to get his own mixtapes
I went to war with good music, essentially. You know what I'm saying? And I never went at Big Sean because that was my little man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know his situation. I'm going to say this here, and this is exclusive. I saved Big Sean from getting dropped. You know what I'm saying? Because he had put a freestyle out over Say You Will, which is a beat, which is a joint from 808s. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrote on Say You Will. He put out a joint kind of venting his frustration, and you know, like from the
dissing Kanye
basically like why you ain't doing my joint and you know, and me and Dawn and Kanye had a conversation about it, and I spoke up on behalf of him. I was like, yo, what you gonna do? You gonna send him back to the D? You know what I'm saying? Like, how he gonna live his life after being signed with us? Like, how he gonna do that? You know, that was one of the reasons why I took it in my hands, because I was the OG that would do that at the time when I was on good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the voice of reason. When everybody was in, like, yo, how this man gonna get signed at a radio station, referring to Big Sean, and then, you know, have to go home. You know what I'm saying? That's suicide watch for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and fortunately enough for him, you know what I'm saying, he reworked it, and him and No ID got him in the lab, and, you know, he got my last, and you know, and through his mixtapes and his due diligence, got it right. You know what I'm saying? But if he would have got cut at the knees right there, you would have never got some of the records that he's given, and I like Big Sean as an artist.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, people talk about Kanye, and they always talk about he's one of the best. I feel the same, but can you say that? Because every time I speak to you, I always hear I did some of the writing on his albums. I mean, that's kind of that's like saying.
And I'm gonna be real.
That's like saying Foxy Brown is one of the best lyricists, and you say, well, Jay-Z wrote all her lyrics, or you say Kim is one of the best, but Big wrote her lyrics. So she's a great performer and a great artist. But when you talk about one of the nicest as far as lyricists, how deep did you write for Kanye? And is Kanye writing his own stuff?
I'm gonna say this: you have to be. The performers go down in history. You know, do we all know who wrote?
Yeah, you got to know how to deliver, regardless of who the writer is.
And in rap, you know, with urban music, just in general, the viewpoint of how you get the final product is definitely way differently than in any other genre. We don't know who wrote for Frank Sinatra. We do know it's documented, but we don't dig that deep. In hip hop, it's like you got to be. This ultra Voltron being of a everything to be considered that dude. You know what I'm saying? I think Kanye West is definitely a great performer.
He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. You got to put him in the GOAT conversation.
Is he the best rapper that ever did it? It really depends on how you weigh. And from what perspective you look at rap and lyricism. From a purist standpoint, is he the best? No, I wouldn't say that, because, like you said, if we thinking about from the inception of hip hop, then you would have to say no because of the fact that of the assistance factor.
He don't write all his own rhymes.
Of the assistant, I'm not saying he does write rhymes. You know what I'm saying? He does write rhymes,
but not all of them.
But he's had assistants.
It's a collaborative. It's a collaborative effort. Not just myself. I mean, it's written. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like I said, I'm disconnected from just slander at this point, so I can say it with clarity. It's just like there's rhyme fests who have helped. There's a few people who have, you know what I'm saying, contributed to the final product of the artwork. Right. You know what I'm saying? And does it make him a smart businessman? Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he's not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I just think that hip hop has such a self-righteousness with it because of some of the golden age cats who make these unsaid laws, but they don't really live by them because they would do the same thing.
Absolutely. You know I hate real hip hop conversations. I hate people. I hate real hip hop.
Honestly,
I hate it.
I do too because at the end of the day,
everybody wants to get paid.
Everybody wants to get paid, and you lying if you mad at Puff because you would trade shoes with Puff in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
You lying if you mad at Jay. You lying if you mad at got the bread.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You want to uphold something. You know what I'm saying? And that's my beef with you know, I'm gonna explore more into how I feel about things this coming fall, but wink, wink. But we'll talk about that at another time. But like I said, like it's just when these other rappers and artists, then they approach the game from a purist level, but you really want ball. You know what I'm saying? So why not just say I want ball, but I want to be able to have substance in my music. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to articulate that in order to get the marketing budgets to make it big.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the disconnect is with a lot of reason why you don't have or reason why you would have people saying hip hop is dead, because you're not getting the substance and the platform to go with it. Right. It either go out soft and it look weak, or it got to be something big, rambunctious, and just ignorant for it to work. You know what I'm saying? And I think there can't be a medium where you got both. I think actually, you know what I'm saying, like if you look at the College Dropout, that's a really great example of the balance.
Yeah, music with socially redeeming value and commercial value.
Yeah, but and like I said, like and him being able, even with Kanye being able to perform it, and just like a lot of the works that came out of Good, when you know what I'm saying, for the good music 1.0 version, like the Common records. Even, you know, my record had a slow start, but it still had records that people like cling to now. You know what I'm saying? John Legend's first 2 albums, like, you know what I'm saying? Having the balance and still having the wherewithal to get it to the people.